Grand Rising, everyone. I know I said I might not be on today, but you know I'm here. Good morning, Louise. Thank you, Louise. I just had a meeting with Carousel, and I'm so excited. Super excited. Good morning, Beth. Good morning, Seymour. We are going to make an owl today. Okay, sorry about that, Anna and Maureen. I was saying that I got a delivery from the A store. These are gonna be, hello, chili. These are gonna be for the Carousel on Monday. I'm not sure if I like them. These were some extra balloons that it came with. So there is a cowgirl hat. I won't be using this with the Carousel. And there is also cowboy boots. I like these. I'm just not sure about the horses. So if I don't like them, I still have time to get something else. And I don't know if I like them. First of all, I don't like the size. I thought they were going to be bigger. Yeah. You're going to need those boots. I might do a number stack with them. I've got an extra set if you want to come and get it. Yeah, I'm not sure about these horses. You know what? I'm going to inflate one just to see. The last time I did the Carousel, the horses were much bigger. So let's see. We have to make the centerpieces this weekend. I think these horses might be too small. Grand Rising, everyone. Yeah. Okay. I think I have to stick to my original plan and order them from Bargain Balloons. This would go great with the cowboy hat and boots, but way too small, I think, for the Carousel. Yeah, okay. I guess I'm going to be placing another order today because I feel like these are way too small. If you look back at my Carousel video, you will see me holding the balloon, the horse, and I feel like it is much bigger. However, maybe I can add 4 instead of 3. I'm not sure. These may not get used for the carousel. I don't know. I need them to be like 41 inches. And I think this is like 31. We need a bigger horse. Those are too baby. So as I mentioned, we are going to make an owl today. I didn't give this guy a balloon weight. I also didn't give myself a refresher before I made this. So I did make one mistake. And I'll point that out later. Thank you, Londi. This is how it looks in the back. I know I could trim those or use white. But yeah, the one area I messed up, not looking back, thank you so much, at my videos. When I made the beak, I also made a bubble for the back as well. This morning I just quickly whipped her together. And thank you very much, Janelle. And before we get started, if you saw, actually only the people in the group saw. Thank you, Brookie. And thank you, Seymour, Gloria. On Friday, there is a change of plans. And instead of the wall, I'm going to be making a donut. Not a donut, but donuts. So if you want to follow along, these are the things that you're going to need. You are going to need some sprinkles. These are just different ones. I had purchased these at the dollar store. I bet you they're not that price anymore. Then I got some craft paint. I got brown to be chocolate. You can have other colors, purple, blue, pink. And you need this one. And I keep forgetting that you guys are backwards. So maybe you could screenshot and then flip it. And a paintbrush. This one is kind of small. I might grab a bigger one. Yes, Mod Podge. This one is matte. And it is a water-based glue, sealer, and finish. And then you will need 5-inch balloons and some 260s. So that will be on Friday. It turns out my truck, the Ford, is going to the graveyard on Friday. And it's going to be between 9:30 and 10:30. Hey, RK. So instead of doing the wall like I said I was going to do, we are going to make the donut. Londi, we are working on a Discord. Actually, Louise and I believe Seymour created it yesterday and I can't get in. So Louise, if you're wondering why I'm not there, I could not get in. There's a part where you have to put a puzzle over and I don't know. It was not letting me. That was the vehicle that just died on us. The one with the oil issues, knock on wood, is being okay. Yeah, I just can't get signed in. For whatever reason, I do the puzzle and it's not working. RK, bringing up those cookies. That's why you came in the chat this morning, isn't it? He wants those peanut butter cookies. Two legs. Somebody's saying something about two legs. Are you talking about the owl? I know he's got 4 feet right now, but that's okay. That's just his base. Oh, on the horses. Sorry. Yeah, they usually do, I believe. Let me look back at it. Yes, RK, I will have fun, and maybe I'll get you those peanut butter cookies today. Yeah, they usually do just have the 2, I think. How you gonna go around the carousel with 2 legs? Some have 4, okay. Let me take a quick look for a second. Gonna go to bargain balloons. Oh, it would help if I typed it properly. Okay. I saw some white ones from Oak Tree on there. Let's see. Okay, some, yeah. Some I am seeing 4 legs. Let's see if the Oak Tree one. I think it has 2. See, originally, you guys can see this. Hey, I gotta come over there. Okay. That was the original one that I used, but I wanted to use a different one this time. So the other one that I'm looking at, it's like this, but it's white. But again, there's only the 2 legs. So another option, if we want the 4 legs, can be this one. But I'm not a huge fan. I wanted it to be more plain. So I will have to figure that out afterwards. And if anybody has any suggestions, you could send me a message. Somebody's asking if there's any kitties. The kitties are actually sleeping together right now. They are so cute. Okay, let's get started on our owl, if you're just joining. So I'm going to make a pink one first. I'm going to make it be pink and purple. So the purple is Carousel. These are 12-inch mirror. You know, I keep calling it purple, but let me double check if they are. Actually, it's probably faster here. If they are violet. I don't want to be saying the wrong name. Yes, mirror violet. So excuse me when I call them purple, but they are actually mirror violet. And I'm going to use Sempertex 160s. These are standard, these are solid fuchsia, and I'm going to be using 3 of them. And we need some 5-inch Sempertex fuchsia balloons. You'll need 4 of these. You will need 2 white 5-inch rounds. These will be for the eyes. These balloons, the Sempertex is from balloons.online, and the Carousel is from Bargain Balloons. You're also going to need a black 260. So if you're in the US, it's bargainballoons.com. If you're in Canada, bargainballoons.ca. And you're also going to need a yellow 260 for his beak, or her beak. And you will also be using this when you make your eyes. No, this is for the eyes. Yellow for the beak. Oh, and we need a water balloon weight. I am just going to make one in the same color that the base will be. I'll be right back. So I just filled the balloon with some water. Now I'm going to inflate. And I forgot about size. I'll be right back again. 1 second. Sorry, guys. Okay. I think I'm gonna do these 4.5 inches. Yes, we are gonna do 4.5 inches. Even though these are 5-inch balloons, we usually go down a few sizes, but that's okay. I'm gonna make another pair. You love the metallic colors. Okay, I'm gonna make a quad. So we have the quad. We are making this little guy. We are making an owl today. And so far these 5-inch balloons are inflated with 4.5 inches of air. I am also going to add a balloon weight. And I'm just going to wrap the neck around the balloons. So he is all connected. And I also forgot to, we are going to be making, you were watching the birdie, we are going to make a raisin, but don't worry, you still should only need the one black 260. I'm going to tie this into 3 knots. So I have this. You can't really see the knot. And I'm going to put it inside the 12-inch balloon. And you're going to bring it right to the top. Now, if you had a linking balloon, you wouldn't need to do this. And Carousel now has linking balloons. They are called K-Link. And I cut off this amount. I'm going to wrap it around that balloon raisin, like 3 times. And then go the opposite way with the other end. And then carefully tie it. You're kind of tying it with one hand almost. The K-links will make this be much easier. Now if only I can tie. Okay, so you'll end up with this. Yes, thank you very much. See you more. Now we're going to inflate this one. I'm always nervous this is going to give up on me. But it's pretty strong. Okay. trying to think of size. I'm first gonna see about 9.5 inches. Let's see. I didn't measure this one. I just made it. I think 9.5 inches will be good. I might let out a little bit of air and then tie it. So it looks a little egg-shaped, but that's okay. Now with your ends of the 260, you can just wrap it right around your quad and then tie it. And I will be making 2 of these today. Just in case you just got in here. When I was making this morning, I thought, that could be an Easter egg. Just cut off the top. It looks like an Easter egg. Okay, the next one is solid fuchsia 160s Sempertex. And hello everybody coming in on YouTube. So I inflated 3 pumps, but your inflator may be different. You may require more or less. This is what I have left over. But I will be cutting it because I know it's too long. So I'm going to wrap that around. And I'm going to tie it in just to make sure it doesn't come undone. Okay. Then we are going to bring it up. When we reach to the middle, you're going to twist so that you have this. And then I'm going to just wrap that nozzle of the purple balloon around the middle. And then I'm going to bring it back down to the other side and measure. And we're going to cut the end. And then you're just going to take that part and wrap it around your 5-inch balloons. And then you could tie it in. I learned yesterday, sometimes when I say don't tie it in, we should. If you were here yesterday, you saw what was happening with the pearls. And we should be right here. Next, we are going to get the eyes. So, let me grab a sizer. I know when I made it earlier this morning for this one over here, I gave it 2 pumps. So let's see. Okay, forget the 2 pumps. We will make it be 3.5. Just in case your hand pump doesn't inflate the same like mine. Now when I tie it, I'm tying it close to the nozzle. The nozzle is this little thing happening at the end. I just want to show you, I don't tie it tight here, just at the end. I'm going to make another one. And again, 3.5 inches. Yes, kids will love this one. It makes a great centerpiece. Somebody is eating a turkey right now while watching me make an owl. Okay, so with the remainder, I'm going to see if I can make it work. Now I will need one more. Because I want that, and I don't want to be tying a knot where the eye is going to be. And now I'm going to inflate the black 260. We just need a little bit of air in this one. This is going to be for his eyes. Can I do a flower bouquet? I will be doing some more. I'm not sure if you could see over there. I had done tulips on Monday. I believe it was Monday. So here is for his eye. I might have made that one a little big. That's okay. And I will make a post listing everything needed for the... I will be doing a different bouquet though. For the tulips, you can go to YouTube and you can see the replay. But I am going to be doing a different type of bouquet coming soon. Now you want your eyes to be the same size. I already went too small. And you want to push that 260 up. Perfect. So now you will end up with these. Now, if you remember, actually, I can't remember now what I did this for, but I've done it recently. When you grab over here, you'll have the nozzle. So if you could see, the nozzle is right in here. Now I am going to just hold that beside the nozzle. I'm going to push it in. I'm going to grab that nozzle. Oh, no. I'm going to tie this on. That's what I did this morning, but when I checked back in my video, I didn't tie it. We are changing that. We are tying it. So now it is attached. So again, I'm going to put my finger on the nozzle. I'm going to push it to the end. You're going to see that nozzle. Grab it and carefully twist. This is where sometimes stretching it back and forth makes it a little easier. It's a little tricky too because we have the black. But I'm gonna get it this time not. That's the hard part. Again, when I did these this morning, not a hitch. It's when I come on camera, it says, nope, we gotta show them all the mistakes, all the things that can go wrong. It's okay. You love that? Awesome. Okay, where did 3.5? Oh, you want to see the owl? You got it. Yeah, he's leaning. He met up with this one and got tipsy. If you see, she's still a little tipsy. And when we do this new one, this is going to sit up proper. Thank you, thank you. Okay, you stay there. Air, we need to come in the place. Thank you very much. Okay. Now I have that knot there. It's okay, I made him be really tiny. You know what, I'm gonna try it without. That was not the cats. No, the cats are both there. Something fell in my room. You can never get your finger back out. Keep trying, because I had a really hard time too. I'm gonna try this again without tying. So I'm gonna kind of stick it under that nozzle. Okay. I'm going to twist. And I don't think you can see, well, yeah, you can. There is that, it's kind of like a raisin. Now you should use white for back here, especially if it's a centerpiece. Because if you use black like me, you're gonna have that. So for this, I'm just using black. But I would use white. Wrap that around that, we'll call it a raisin, and go the opposite way. And then very carefully, we are going to tie it. Twice, of course. So there's the first tie, and there's the second tie. So if you use white and trim it off, that will look way better. And we have our eye. And it's good for you to learn this because when we make donuts on Friday, we will be making them like this, but minus the black. It'll just be this part. Then we will be using paint, sprinkles, couldn't get the words out, and Mod Podge. So, and a brush. So you will need that for Friday's donuts. Okay, that is staying in there pretty good without tying it. So if you can do it without tying it, I think it's better. So I am just placing it under the nozzle. And then I'm grabbing. And we're all connected. I need another piece of 260. And now I'm going to wrap that around that nozzle, or raisin, let's call it a raisin. And we're carefully tying it. Twice, of course. Hey, I just realized we can make donuts like this and put red, and it could be a cherry on top. But anyways, here is our eyes. And thank you, thank you. And you are absolutely correct, Deanna. It is good to see the mistakes, the mishaps. Okay, now we are going to use a 160. That one's got something going on with it. Thank you very much. And if you notice, I jump sometimes too when I think there's a pop. Okay. So I pumped 3 pumps of air. I don't know that that's what I need. I'm gonna do just a little measurement. Okay, so I am going to twist it. I'm going to pull the nozzle right around to lock that in place. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, but you could just fold it over. That measurement worked out perfectly. I love when that happens. And I'm gonna tie them. And I'm also going to pull them through so they'll be locked. Yeah, I can still get nervous. Do you hear that bird? He is going crazy out there. I think that's a cardinal. Yep, it's a cardie. The cardinal is singing away. You know why they're singing away? Because Tanya loves to feed the birds. So I'm gonna throw out some peanuts for them. And yes, spring is in the air. I will throw them out some peanuts. They'll love it. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, Cardi, I'm coming. I see you up there in the tree. There. I feel like Snow White sometimes. I have all the squirrels come visit me, the blue jays, the cardinals, and you are very welcome. Now that is a beautiful sound if you just heard that. Those are the Canadian geese coming back from the south. So I just gave it the exact same amount, 3 pumps. Oh, the geese don't eat from me though. They're just flying over and yelling, "We're back in Canada." Okay. Just going crazy out there. So I pretty much did, that's not half. Hey Moon, you're coming to say hi. You're trying to get closer to that window. Okay, you say hi to everybody. You be a good girl. Okay, find your center. And then pull it through. She woke right up. She hears the birds. I know, you want to be over there, don't you? Is that where I gotta put your cat tree? Good morning, good morning. Okay, Winnie. I know you're hearing the birdies. Okay, we are going to take this one and just push it through the center. These are going to kind of sit up here. We can fix them once we get our eyes in. We will put our eyes in after. Let's make a beak. And then we will put it together. Good morning. I gave it 2 pumps. OMG, the cat. She's hearing the birds. She woke right up. So I am going to fold it over to create a beak. So it'll be like this. Then you're going to take the nozzle and put it through the center. That will lock it in place. And now for the back, you're going to make a bubble. And we are going to pinch twist. So I fold it over, I grab it, and I twist it. And we will end up with this. And we don't need the rest. So I'm going to snip. We have the Moony Moon. Okay, you feel like you can come undone. So I'm just wrapping it under the beak a little bit. So this is what we have. Listen to the birdies. Okay, Cardi, come on. just up at the top of the tree singing away. Here, look, Mommy show you. Mommy show you, look. You want to see? Where's the birdie? Oh, the birdie went quiet. Okay, babies. We gotta finish the owl. Okay. I am going to take, whoops, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to come undone. So I'm going to take these ends and carefully tie them into the eyes. You want the pinch twist sitting in the back and the beak in the front. And what is going on? You might have to do a little bit of adjustment. Okay, I am going to attach him with this neck. I'm just going to wrap it right around everything. And then I'm going to need some adjustment. Thinking I'm going to turn that pinch twist. Okay. Now to add your eyes, you are just going to, I made them a little big. Yeah, I made them a little big, but it'll still work. And you can use blue dots if you want. I definitely made the eyes too big. Not these parts, but this part could have been smaller. You want it to fit super snug, like how this one did. And there's only a little bit of space left, and you don't see it because that covers it up. It's I think I might have made these a little big, and these, both of them I made a little too big. That's okay. She's more comical that way. Thank you so much, love. The next one we will get it better. Yeah, I need to make new 160s, I think. Her eyes are too big. This one is fuchsia with mirror violet. So Carousel and Sempertex. Oh, and I want to ask in the chat, both YouTube and TikTok, how many of you are using Carousel? Please type in Carousel in the comments. I want to know how many of you have already started using. The pink color is Sempertex Fuchsia. Yeah, I made those too big. We may fix them. I'm seeing, hey Dawn. Hello, hello. Everybody, Dawn is in the house. She's in the chat. No Carousel at all where you are. You have Carousel 260s. Oh yes, I am doing it one more time. We are going to do yellow and gold. I had a meeting with Carousel this morning online, and I'm so excited. Super excited. Let's just say there might be a giveaway coming up soon. Thank you, Dawn. So we will need 2 5-inch white rounds, a yellow 260. I say 1 black 260, but it might be 1 and something. You can't wait. And we're going with Qualitex 160s. This bag is old. We will need 3 of these. And I think I mentioned the 1 yellow 260. These are Carousel standard yellow 5-inch balloons. We'll need 4 of them, plus 1 for the water weight. And then I am going to use Carousel Mirror Gold. Okay, another question I will ask in the chat. How many of you are planning on purchasing Carousel balloons? That cardinal's still up in the tree. He moved to a different tree. Okay. And most of you are familiar with, I know for sure Dawn is because she has some. You know, you get a book and you open up the book and it has all of the colors for that brand. I forget what you call it, like a color sample book. Dawn, what's the name of it? Please. portfolio. And you saw Dawn's? Okay. Well, in my discussion this morning with Carousel, we are talking about doing a giveaway of those color chart portfolios. That's what we will call it. A color chart portfolio. So I am going to be receiving one today, and I can't wait. I will be showing you guys tomorrow, because I don't think it's going to arrive until this afternoon. The tracking says between 12 and 4. So they are just working out how many of them they are going to give away. So that is awesome, because we all need one of those. You don't have the new one yet? Awesome, awesome. Well, I will wish all of you luck for when we do that. And I think that's going to be happening soon. And 4.5 inches. Where did you go? Oh, there it is. I was just going to ask it to raise its hand, Dawn. So I am sizing these to be 4.5 inches. And we'll just tie it into a pair, just like so. We are going to create another one. And create another pair. Twist them together and make a quad. So you have that. And I forgot, I need another water balloon. Oh, you have the Decomex, yes. You need the Carousel. And for anybody wondering, Carousel, you could purchase it at bargainballoons.ca or bargainballoons.com. I'm just going to make a water balloon. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Moon is going crazy. She wants that bird. She's not allowed on the balcony. I feel like she will try to fly off. So I just made a little water balloon. We're just going to place it in the middle and wrap the neck around. Just like that. Now, let's create a linking balloon until Tanya gets the K-links from Carousel. We have to make a linking balloon. So I just cut a little piece of the black. Oh, Pascalina, are you still not feeling well? I'm making 3 knots. So we have this, and we're going to place that right inside the gold. Pascalina, I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling good still. We got to get better. Is it like a flu? You have like no energy. I pulled the raisin to the top. So it's just like that. Well, hello Heather and welcome. And I'm going to use a piece of 260. Flu and dizziness. Because I've had that. I actually had that in October. I couldn't keep my eyes open. I just wanted to sleep all day and I was dizzy. I couldn't eat. I hope it's not the same for you. It lasted a few weeks. I am going to wrap the 260 around the raisin a few times. And then again with the other end. And then carefully tie it. I really hope that's not what you have, Pascalina. I was at least 3 weeks feeling that sickness. Oh no. That's terrible. I know what it's like. I had it and it's no fun. Okay, we are going to inflate this one. Yes, everybody send healing prayers to our Pascalina. We need you to get better ASAP. So I'm going to inflate this one and size it to 9.5 inches. Okay. And then just tie it off. Actually, I released a little bit of air first. Yes, prayers and love is required. You are very welcome, sweetheart. We are going to tie that. We'll wrap it around your quad and then tie it. And now we have what looks like an egg. Now we're going to get a 160. I gave it 3 pumps. But again, your inflator may pump differently. And I'm going to be cutting some off. So I am going to take the neck and wrap it around. And I'm going to tie it with a 260. I have the black 260. We're just making sure you're not going to get away from us. Then you're going to pull it up to the center. And you're going to twist so that you have this. And now you're going to pull that nozzle right over and under. And bring it right back to the middle. Now you're going to bring this one over and you're going to measure how much you need. And we're going to snip the rest. Are you going live today, Dawn, or is that a silly question? Today is Wednesday. Okay, we are going to take this end and I'm going to wrap it around the bottom. No tying, just wrap, wrap, wrap. Oh, your package didn't come in. Okay. You're going live tomorrow though, right? I know you're setting up the weekend. And this is what we have so far. And let's make his eyes. Let's do the eyes. So we need 2 5-inch white rounds. You're gonna need 260. Actually, you'll need another 260. I always like to use the closed end to make the eyes. So we've got that. I know deliveries, never had any issues with deliveries before. What do you want, baby? You can't get the birdie from here. No. Okay. Oh, money, money, no. Those nails are sharp. We are going to size these to be 3.5 inches. Do you see what they're putting in the chat, Dawn? Okay, money, no scratching, babies. No. Okay, 3.5 inches. And you want to tie it closer to the nozzle, not down here. So it should be tied like that. We're gonna do another one. On Friday, Dawn, we are gonna make donuts. Balloon donuts. Oh, it's the A store giving a hard time with deliveries. I placed my order yesterday with the A store. I'm gonna say maybe 2 or 3 o'clock. And like 9:30 this morning it arrived. Yes, we are going to make donuts. Oh, lucky you, you are traveling. That's okay. You can catch the replay or the edited version when I do that. Yep, Dawn is doing a road trip. I think I really need to move to the US. here, I don't leave Ontario. Okay, so that should be good for the eye. I'm going to tie it off. And we will have this. And we're going to do the same with the other end. I'm going to push it all the way to the end. And then measure. Heather, you're in Ontario too. What city? And that is Ontario, Canada. Yeah, I see the Canadian flag. What city are you in? I'm sorry, mods, if you're having a hard time on YouTube there. Okay. Yes, the eyes are going to be just like adding a cherry. So I am going to place it under the white nozzle. So it's placed under there, and I am going to push till I have it right there. And it's being a little tricky. Hold on. Sometimes it'll go no problem, and then other times it wants to give a hard time. Okay, so again, I'm going to put that under, and then put it in, and I'm going to grab that nozzle this time and twist it. So if you can see, I've got that, it looks like a raisin. I forgot to cut some 260. So we are going to wrap the 260 right around that raisin. The other side, go the opposite way, and then tie them together. The ends, you want to tie the ends together. And you want to tie it 2 times. No, that's not odd, Michelle. Michelle is asking on YouTube how I got into this. One of my friends, Rosie, she is a clown, and she asked me one time if I wanted to do some gigs for her. So she taught me a few of the basic balloons. I went and did, my first event was at a golf course, and I just fell in love. And I've been stuck at it ever since. You don't have a 160, yeah, use a 260. It'll come a little bit bigger, but that's okay. My eyes are a little loose. Okay, again, I'm going to get a piece of 260, wrap it around the nozzle or the raisin, and then I'm going to tie it. So let me see if I can show you what's going on here. I don't know why on YouTube it's coming so great. Thank you very much, Michelle, and you absolutely can do this. It takes a lot of practice, but you will get it, and you can do it. And we have an eyeball. Or on Friday, we can do red and make a cherry be on our donut. If that exists, I don't know. In Balloon World, everything exists though. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to the yellow 160s. And this time I'm not gonna measure it around the eyes, because when I did my first one, I did no measurement and it came out perfect. So let's see if that happens. I gave it 3 pumps of air. Sure darn, we will be here. Okay, a little bit of measuring I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tie this off. And we'll get rid of that. You wanna bring it down into the middle. And twist it. And then pull it through. And she should be locked in place. Now let me check it out. Did I go a little big again? I did. I feel like it's too big. So let me do that one more time, a little bit smaller. You want the eyes to fit in there snug. So I did 3 pumps again, but I let out way more air this time. So let's see. Now I might have went too small. It might be too small. Let's see. Yeah. Wait now. I like her to fit, or him. It's a boy. We're making boys. I think maybe a little too snug. Lose me. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta go a little bit bigger because that is too snug. And that is too loose because you just touch it and it can fall out. So let me grab another 260. Maybe I should do a measurement. Yes, that was a flying eye. When that happened just then, I thought about, I don't know if you guys ever heard this when you were younger. No, never mind. Never mind. figuring out these eyes now. Let's see. And that is awesome that we inspire you guys. Dawn is a huge inspiration with all of her in-person setups. I feel like I made them small again. Let's see. Nope, you're fitting. Okay. Now we just gotta get your sister to fit in there too. And we've got some eyes happening. Yes, and you can use glue dots. I try not to, but you can. I'll just tie this. She will lock in place when we add the next one. It's so cool. Thank you very much. They do. They do look like minion eyes. I never even thought about that. I only picked yellow because I wanted a color to go good with the gold. So I figured yellow. Oh, wait. One of these might work good for this next part. So I am just going to take this one and twist it in. Coming into an owl now. You could see the owl now. I have been making balloons since 2001. And if you hear that sound, that is Moon playing with her little mouse. She's going nuts. Yes, it came out perfectly. Now, I'm just going to use 260 that I used earlier. Good morning, Mexico. AKA Ann. I just gave it 2 pumps of air. You think you know Rosie? Her clown name is Winky. Good morning, good morning. Aha, so you know her. She's your friend. I have known Rosie a really long time. Like, we go way back, long before the clowning happened. Yep, that sounds like Rosie, and she's always working at the Blue Jays game too. I was doing it with her for a little while. So I'm gonna take the end, I'm gonna pull it over, and we're gonna create a loop like this. Then you're gonna take the end and pull it through the middle of your loop. Yes, Heather, I will tell her that you say hello. That reminds me, I have to touch base with her for a client, and I keep forgetting. The client wants to book all the entertainers back again for the 2026 Christmas party. And she emailed me in January. Oops. Your son is almost 19 now. How old was, oh, it was his 6th birthday, so you've known her for a long time too. So I made a bubble, and I'm going to pull it and pinch twist it. So if you can, I don't know why my light is extra bright for YouTube. That's better. So it kind of looks like how you would start off hair for a princess. That'll be another day. I'm going to snip it. Whoa, that went flying. And I'm going to tie it just in case that wants to come undone. Okay, now with these end pieces, I'm going to, forget those end pieces. These pieces are much longer. So you want to make it so that the beak is going to sit in the center. I am just wrapping around. Okay. Again, if you're doing this for a client, you want to use a white 260 on the back, so that when they see the back, they don't see this. Too much hard work. It's worth it. Now we are going to attach using the neck up here, the gold one. I am going to pull it right around. And I apologize for the noise. Oh, I'm fixing the pinch twist so it goes up and down, not sideways. And we have another owl. I love these little owls. Whoa. See, that's why you want to use glue dots. Sorry, owl, you can't see out of that eye right now. Hold on. Quick surgery, and you're good as new. So we have the yellow that wants to go back. Okay. You love them, Mondi. Thank you very much. Once we get the Discord finalized, you guys can all show me yours on there. And then we had the pink and purple. His eyes came a little big though. Freddie the Owl. I like that. I will be seeing you. The base was just 4 or 5-inch balloons, and each one is inflated to 4.5 inches. I'm thinking maybe for future use, thank you, love, I would maybe make this bubble bigger. That way it'll sit a little bit better. For tomorrow, I am debating between making a mama-to-be, or if we make a little cake. Not a big cake, but a little cake. So what do you guys think? A mama-to-be or a cake? And how much would these be? You know what, I can't remember what I charged. I gotta put you down because I keep fooling with your eyes. I'll keep this one here. Both. Okay, some are saying cake, mama-to-be. And CMR, you are absolutely correct. For pricing, sometimes what I charge can be different of what you're going to charge, not because of my skill, but because of where you're located. So I'm in Canada, you might be in the US, or you could be somewhere else. The prices could be a little different. You like surprises. I'm seeing a lot of mama and a lot of both. Love is loving this one. My centerpiece that I made yesterday. And yeah, love, the company that sent me the sticks, loves it. Oh, and if you were here, I think it was last week, or maybe it was the week before. It might have been last week. I made a little tiny turtle. She is shrinking, but she's still going strong. She is a bracelet. I had made this showing everybody that this is one of my favorite twisted balloons when I'm doing line work. And she's just getting smaller and smaller. This is literally the only balloon that will last for weeks from my line work. It's so cute, I know. And I'm losing a bit of the bow. I lost part of the other curliness. These were made on Monday. I think the next flower balloon bouquet might be roses. And just a recap for the donuts. If you weren't here earlier to know what's needed. So Friday will be the donuts. I'm going to go back afterwards and count how many mama to be and how many, the other thing I said, the cake, I couldn't remember. I will count them in both YouTube and TikTok, and then I will figure it out from that. Now for the donuts on Friday, you will need 5-inch balloons. You will need 260s or 160s. Some sprinkles if you want to add it to your donuts. Why that light is so bright up there. I just grabbed these from the dollar store. In Canada, it is called Dollarama. And they used to be 1.5 donuts to buy these. I bet you, because I bought these maybe 2 years ago, they're not for eating, they're just for doing these. I bet you today they're like 3 donuts. You're gonna need a paintbrush. It could be a bigger one. You're gonna need some paint. I go with the brown to make my donut have a chocolate topping, or you can make it have a purple topping, yeah, coating, blue, pink if you want it to be strawberry, and then the main thing you're gonna want is Mod Podge, just a matte Mod Podge. And I know the camera is flipped, but if you screenshot, then you can unflip it. So that's what we're going to need for Friday. We will make a bunch of little donuts. And I'm seeing some saying both. Is there a birthday? Nope, not yet. Oh, and I am going to take you guys with me Saturday, April 19th. We were voting on tomorrow's balloon if I'm going to make a mama to be or a little cake. So some are saying both. We'll see, that'll depend on the timing. So yes, April 19th, I am going to set up balloons for a business downtown where I live. So I spoke to them yesterday and I asked them if it's okay if I live stream there, and they are absolutely okay with that. So I think what I'll do, I'm deciding if I'm going to do columns or an arch. I am sponsoring it for their 2-year anniversary. And I'm sponsoring it so that I get my work in the downtown and all the other businesses will see it and they're going to say, hey, where did you get that? And then they are going to pass to all of their lovely neighbors my card. So they will all know where they're going to call to hire. You're free that day, just saying, Louise. Yep, it's a burger place. And I went there yesterday for their Tuesday special. I didn't want to cook yesterday. So I went there and I asked them, do you guys have an event coming up that maybe you would like some balloons? And the owner jumped at it. He's like, yeah, April 19th, we have our 2-year anniversary. I said, okay, I'm going to give you some free balloons. And then we had some more conversation. And you would like to see the tulip balloons. We sure can. Just ignore this. We'll hold that up for you. She did have 12. I feel like there's one missing. If you want to know how to do this on YouTube, just go to my profile, like my homepage on YouTube, and you want to click on live, and you will find all the replays. Thank you very much. And thank you, Beth. And there is, I live in Belleville, Ontario. So there is a lot of events that happen in the summer in the downtown. They do a lot of different little street festivals. So if I could get a bunch of businesses along there, that would be perfect. So what I will do is I'm gonna make some of the balloons here, and then we are going to travel downstairs, fill up the vehicle, and I'm gonna take you guys with me to the restaurant. And the setup is gonna be outside. Thank you very much, Londi. And I might inflate some while we're there, and I'll just show you. This is one of the best things I could have ever gotten as a sponsorship. This is a power station. So let's say the business wanted me to, okay, Dawn, see you later. Have a good appointment. Let's say you get to an event, or wait, let me rewind. Let's say you get booked maybe for a school. We'll just say a school. And they want the setup by 8 a.m., but the office doesn't open until like 7:30. You're gonna need power. This thing is great. Let me just show you. I actually even use this on my balcony when I want to charge my iPad. It's a portable power station. And we are plugged in. And you have power anywhere with this thing. And the charge lasts a long time. Like I could charge this and I could probably do at least 3 events. Oh, what's going on with Dawn? I see good luck. This one is called a Veto Man. Yeah, it doesn't have a name there, but it's a Veto Man Jump 600. And I do have a link in my bio if you want to check it out. So I will most likely use that when I do that setup on April 19th. I will remind you guys about that. And yes, it's going to be outdoors. Now what I'm trying to figure out April won't be too hot, but as long as that sun is shining, it's going to discolor the balloons unless I use shine spray. You'll definitely need one. It's the best. I do setups sometimes in the middle of a field, and depending on my situation, I'm inflating there, and that thing is great. Veto Man. So VTOMAN. Let me, I don't think it has the name anywhere on here. And she's heavy. Hey, she's got some weight. It would definitely come in handy for the hurricane season. And yes, Louise, correct. This one is called Jump 600. That means up to 600 watts. And this inflator is 600 watts. So if you have something that's stronger than that, you want to go up in the wattage. I think they have them, I know for sure I've seen 1500 watts. They've got to have higher than that too. Thank you very much for the heart knee. Okay, one last time I will show you our owls. We had the yellow with the gold. We had the fuchsia with the violet. And I believe this was the lilac and violet. And you guys notice when I do this part, I add this as a little video to show what we made in class today. It is good for a teacher's present as well. You can also personalize it. You could also use a printed balloon. One sec. I actually was debating if I was going to use these or the one that I did. I gotta plug you back in. Let's see if I could show you. Tanya brought out the power bar. I think you guys can see that. Put one of these for the owl's body with happy birthday or happy Mother's Day. I don't know if an owl is good for Mother's Day. You've noticed? Thank you, Cage. Okay, so tomorrow, I'm not sure if it's going to be the cake. Graduation too. Tomorrow will be the cake. And yes, Beth, I remembered. As I was setting everything up, I'm like, wait. Somebody commented yesterday the power bar. So I got it. Um, so yeah, we'll see if it's going to be the mama to be or the cake. I have a feeling it's going to be mama to be. And you are very welcome, Deanna. I think you were talking about that balloon, because you guys are seeing it on the flip side. What am I making for Easter? I'm not sure. Oh, wait a minute. I do have something in mind. I forgot. And it's going to be work. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say for now. It's going to be work. It requires, to start off, 6 260 balloons. You can charge the power station by solar. I don't have the solar panels though. I need to get some. So I just plug it in, charge it up, and I can't believe it. It's at 85%, and I haven't charged it for probably 6 or 7 months, at least. So yeah, I have a few things in mind for Easter. There is going to be an arch. That's one that I did on the live, pretty much in the beginning when I started going live. And so I'm going to publish that one. And I want to make a little chick, a little Easter chick. She is just with 260s, orange and yellow. And then there's the one that I'm going to make you guys work. But it's worth it. But the thing that I'm talking about where I'm going to make you guys work, I was talking to Ron about it last night, and I showed him when I originally filmed it, and he's looking at it and he says, no, I'm going to show you a different way to do it. So we'll see if that's going to be, wait now, tomorrow's Thursday. So that one will be next week. I will tell you what it is going to be though. It's going to be a basket. And it's done with all 260s. And then I'm trying to decide, maybe we'll make some mini tulips and put them in the basket. If you go to my YouTube channel and do a search for an Easter basket, that'll give you an idea of what I'm talking about. But the one that I originally made, I didn't put a bottom. And Ron says then it's not a basket because it needs a bottom. Well, nobody sees the bottom. I thought mine was okay. But he's going to show me his way of how to make the bottom. And that basket actually has a bunny in it. I did this kind of a technique, but not an eyeball. But I made the bunny ears be inside of that. You'll have to check it out. So I don't know if I'm going to do a bunny with the basket or if I'm going to do flowers. Because there's another bunny that I might do. You make a bottom 2 ways. I don't know why I didn't make a bottom, but if you watch that video, you'll see what Ron's talking about. He was laughing his head off at me last night. It's not a basket without a bottom. Sure it is. Thank you very much, Sean. Yeah, the shape of happy birthday was upside down. No, you would do it right side up though. I'll show you. It would be right side up. I know you guys are seeing it backwards, but instead of putting it on the base like that, we would put it on the base this way, so that this would be standing up. It's an endless basket. You got it, Louise. You are very welcome, Marlinia. Yeah, no, I would do it so that it wouldn't be upside down. Sorry, I was just looking at the YouTube comments. Oh, that's a good idea. Attaching it to a cake board. But yes, weaving is exactly what we're going to be doing. I like that magic basket. You put something in and it disappears. Thank you so much. And good day to you. Yes, it doesn't matter. You know what? Before I go, I will quickly show you that you can use a printed balloon. I'm just going to do this one fast. I made 3 knots. And I'm going to put it inside the printed balloon. And I'm going to grab a 160. It could be 160 or a 260. 260s are a little bit stronger though. They're wider. This is the tricky part, is tying with almost one hand. Because you want to keep holding. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to say you want to keep holding it there. So you're pretty much tying with one hand. Bray, we already finished making them. We made some owls today. Purple, yellow, pink and purple. That is what we did today. And now I am just showing this one's so light. I'm gonna get some balloons attached to the bottom. And I'm just using my hand pump for now. But when I did make this, I inflated these to 4.5 inches. This one was inflated to 9.5 inches. Although I didn't measure this time. Because we just want to see how it would work. But it would still look great. I think so. So originally Friday I was going to be making the wall. That is now changed to next week. So my truck is going to the graveyard on Friday, which if there's anybody from Ontario that knows anything about scrap, do you think 400 donuts is good for a 2012 Ford Escape? Because I have no idea. Aha. Louise was very fast at that. I was thinking the same thing. It's like, I paid like, I think probably by the time I finished all payments, 50 G's. And you just want to give me 400 donuts? Oh, yeah, whoops. Thank you, Deanna. Somebody's paying attention because I certainly am not. I turned around, called around. I called a few other places. Oh, wow. And you know, I thought that too, Louise. It has the original catalytic converter. Okay, I made a mistake, and I'm glad I read that comment, because the whole point of this is to show that we can do it this way. Thank you for that. I'm not paying attention. Let's talk? Okay. We will definitely do that later, Louise. Okay, there we go. I just have nothing to tie up top. I had to cut that off. So I'm just going to make a little makeshift. Unbelievable. And then they'll probably turn around and sell it for 5G. There's been some issues going on with it for like 2 years. But I was not going to put any more money into it. So I said, that's it. When it dies, I'll just get something else. But she was driving, and then Ron took it to the store, I don't know, a few weeks ago now. And on his way back, everything died on it. The power steering, the brakes, everything. I don't know how he stopped, but he did. And then it wouldn't start again, so he just kind of got it to the side of the road, waited a few hours, went back down, he got it started, and he moved it into our parking spot. Went back down a few hours later to see if it would start again. No bueno. Yeah, I don't think it's worth. If you were to see my truck, like I almost want to go and show you guys, but I'm embarrassed. I don't think it's worth keeping it. The other one I got is a 2012 as well, but it's like a brand new vehicle compared. It's a Ford Escape. Limited edition, although that only means something when you're purchasing it, not when you're getting rid of it. So definitely that could work. My other vehicle that I just got back in January is a Chevy Orlando. And it actually feels like luxury compared to my Ford Escape that was so loud. And I believe it would probably cost, yep. Which is what I don't understand, because one of the companies said they'll give me between between 370 and 4, and it depends on that CC. And I'm like, okay, so it's only $30 for the original? That doesn't make sense. No. Yeah. I think I'm going to be phoning that guy back. Especially when I called him on Monday. He gave me a price, and he said, we could pick it up right now. I said, oh, no, I got to talk to my husband first. He was sitting right beside me. He could hear the conversation. But I like to say that so that I could phone around and get other prices. So then when I told him I have to speak to my husband, it'll probably be tomorrow. Oh, we are fully booked tomorrow. Of course you are, but you're not today. So then when I called him back yesterday, he said we're fully booked until Friday. So that might be working to my advantage, because that gives me time. No, I can't see you, Louise. Exactly, Seymour. Exactly. I said that to Ron too, because he said, wait, we can get rid of it tonight, but tomorrow they're busy. I said, that is a tactic that they use. Yeah, I think I'm going to get Ron to call them. Sarah, we made some owls this morning. They will be available, or they are available for the replay on YouTube. This is what we made. Yeah. I think so too. One of my girlfriends, her husband worked for a tow truck, but they're not together no more, so I can't get her. Yes, if you give the owls a big hug, they might pop. And you pull that card all the time too, except for yours is I'll check with my mom first. Even if I know what my answer is, I always blame it on the husband. I've got to talk to him and see what he says. Exactly, K-Joy. If I had just taken that offer the first day they came, that gives me no opportunity to call around. Mm-hmm. Okay, Louise says, let me call them. 2012 Ford Escape. And as far as I know, I have the original catalytic converter. I thought it was called a Cadillac converter. Thank God I didn't see that on the phone call. They would have for sure knew. She has no clue. Yeah. I was like, well, what does a Cadillac converter even do? My father's like, what are you calling it? A Cadillac converter. Catalytic. I said, oh, okay. You want to see the yellow one? No, I haven't tried resetting the computer on it. Now, we did put it on the scanner a few months ago, and it was saying something about fuel. And I know there is a fuel issue because Ron will go and put money in it, put gas in it, I mean, which is the same thing. You might as well take out your money, put it right in the tank. But he'll put gas in it, and it'll be, let's say, 300 kilometers worth. And then, like, 20 minutes, a half an hour later, you look at the gas, and it says there's 89 kilometers left. So we're like, what happened? But yeah, you might as well just take the money and put it right in the tank. It could be my O2 sensor. I really don't think it's worth me fixing. If you could see the back of my truck. Could be just the gauge. Yeah, it could be. Google the codes. Could be the fuel pump or fuel injectors. It beats a car note. Chat GPT it. See, nah. And somebody was asking. You want to see the purple one? The purple one, she is looking up right now. She is looking up to the stars. There, now she's looking right at you. That's how you spell it. My goodness, that's not how I spelled it. I didn't even do a spell check. I was emailing somebody to find out about the catalytic converter. So I'm like, okay, catalytic, okay. And I spelled it. Yep, it could be. You've had all that replaced on your van for the same issue. YouTube is your best friend. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's been stuff Ron has fixed using YouTube. I do too. I YouTube everything. And ChatGPT is good also. That's good, Louise. You just need YouTube. Yeah, you know, sometimes it is just a minor little thing. YouTube is how you got into twisting. Yeah, sometimes it's a minor issue on the vehicle. However, comma, like Dawn says, there is a lot of rust on that truck. Like, I'm embarrassed to drive it. Yes, Louise, you are a big inspiration. She fixes her own car and she put all the floors down in her home using YouTube videos. Fords can be difficult. And you repair phones with YouTube. And yes, Louise does it all by herself. You're not a fan of Fords? A lot of people are doing that, converting their van into a tiny home. Yes, Louise, she works with herself and YouTube. You missed the good stuff? I'm so sorry. We made owls today. We made owls. And I'm contemplating. Now I know it's maybe Louise and I are gonna go on a call after. Okay. A balloon dragon would be cool. Ron makes a really cool dragon. Thank you very much. And Sia Moore is correct. Please stop spamming. And welcome, Elizabeth. You are new here. I'm unfortunately going to be getting off now. Yeah, yeah. Yes, Londi, Ron is a balloon artist too, but he doesn't do decorations. He just does twisting, and I keep trying to convince him that I want him to come on here. He knows a lot of good balloons. I love his mermaid, his dragon. He makes an awesome minion. Oh, sorry about that, Elizabeth. And my entertainment is probably way better for them than what you're going to find on the TV or your phone. You tried making paper planes? The carousel is going to be on Monday. And if you didn't see earlier, I got the pink horse balloons today, but I don't like the size. I feel like it's too small. She only has 2 legs. She's missing some legs. He can make a bike. Yes, you are correct, Piera. I saw your name down there, and then I was looking for you. What do you guys think? Do you think these horses would be too small for the carousel? Because this, I think, is 31 inches, and the ones I used before were 41 inches. Thank you very much, Londi. It was a joy having you here. And maybe use these, but 4 of them. Yeah. I definitely don't want to be wasting money. So, yeah, it is a difference. But yeah, I might do the 4. I don't know. I've got a few days. Well, more than a few days, but I will figure it out. Thinking back now, when I went on Bargain Balloon's website, I believe they were 35 inches. So for like 4 inches, 3 inches, I don't think it's worth getting more. Yes, right now I am going live Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. EST. But I do want to go live in the night, maybe once a week. So if you guys can let me know in the chat what time would be good for you, Eastern Standard Time. I like those tiny house shows too. The only thing for myself is I could never live in a tiny home just because of all the products that I have. Good morning, party girl. The carousel will be Monday, March 16th. You are saying 1 p.m. EST. 12 to 1. I am going to just go to my channel for a second. For the ones that haven't seen my carousel. And I'm gonna make a few little changes to it. Let me see if you guys can see. The carousel this time though will be all gold with the pink horses. I have no idea how to make the picture bigger. think you can see that now on YouTube and TikTok. So it'll be very similar. Those horses. I will figure it out afterwards, but I think those horses might have been 35 inches. I'm seeing a lot of people saying 7 p.m. And that would be Eastern Standard. He's very noisy. It can only be your workshop. It wouldn't even be that for me. Because I have stuff stored. So there's like 4 closets going across my hallway. Every one of them, every one of them is full of balloon products. Then my spare room, which is the balloon room, is full. Then downstairs, I have 2 storage lockers. They are full. Then at the farm, at my father's, he's got I think it's like a 15 by 15, like tarp shed. That's full. Everything is full. I have too much stuff. So Heather, Rose's friend, if you are still in the chat, I'm going to have some things for sale if you're not far from Belleville, Ontario. Yeah, we could do that. Decor it up balloons. Okay, guys. I am going to be saying goodbye on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining me. I will be back tomorrow morning around 10 a.m. EST.